Hey everyone, Anne here, and I'm finally back with another Omocha review, and this time we're here with the Plamax model of Pochita from Chainsaw Man. So I'm a simple woman, I see Pochita, I hit pre-order. But I wasn't actually aware that Plamax is Max Factory's line of plastic models and requires assembly, but I knew I had to have it anyway, even when I realized, because this Pochita has a spinning chainsaw blade. So just a disclaimer that this is my first time building any plastic model, unlike Jay who builds a lot of Zoids, and he was very kind to lend me his tools. Anyway, looking inside, this kit comes with multiple runners, including one for Pochita's body in his signature orange, one for the different parts like the chainsaw, the handles, and the gears that go inside, and then the part that makes all the magic happen, the wind-up motor of sorts that makes the chainsaw spin that goes inside the body, as well as the more intimidating runners upon runners of chainsaw links that you actually have to assemble together. And then there are of course stickers to make Pochita look the way he does, as well as of course a manual on how to put all these parts together. It is all in Japanese, however the illustrations are all very specific, so it isn't actually that hard to follow, and I really like that they took the time to make one just for the chainsaw links as well. So even for a beginner, Pochita is a relatively easy build. The plastic isn't too hard so you won't cut yourself or anything by accident. The motor works pretty well and you can even test it out while you're going. Easily the most tedious part was linking together 26 pieces of chainsaw blades. There are a lot of extras by the way, so don't cut them all up. If you need help figuring out how to get two pieces to fit together, you just need to bend them into a V and it'll slot in, and eventually it'll pretty much fly by. And I was very surprised that when you put all 26 pieces together, they don't unlink that easily. Though admittedly, it was still a bit of a challenge to fit the entire chain around the gears on the chainsaw, to the point that I was frazzled enough not to realize that when I put on the blades, they were actually facing the wrong way. It kind of looks weird on Pochita now. It can happen, it's a small mistake in the scheme of things, however, there are little to no take-backsies once you put the other attachment on the chainsaw, and it's very hard to remove, so I just kept it the way it is. Something that was surprisingly challenging about putting together Pochita was the use of stickers. For the mouth, for example, it would crease in weird places. I don't know if this is a technique thing, but it does look fine from afar, so that's fine. There's always a subtle design cue that tells you where each sticker is supposed to go and what it's supposed to be aligned with. However, when you finally put together Pochita and try to put on the eyes, well, it's a different story. There is no real guide except for the pictures on the box, and I absolutely recommend that you use tweezers so you make sure that everything's aligned. That is the final step, and when you finally have Pochita completely assembled, wow, you can really appreciate the likeness to the anime. The colors and proportions and the roundness are all accurate to Pochita's design in the show, and I really like that they found a way to get the chainsaw going with the tail. It's such an adorable touch that they decided to do this. One thing I think they could have done better with are like the holes on the insides of Pochita's legs. It seems kind of clumsy and takes away from how accurate it is. But really not a major concern when all you really want to do is pull on that tail and get the chainsaw blade going. It runs pretty well, like better than I thought it would, though I do have to warn you, it does snag sometimes and it does need extra help, and there is a chance it will get jammed permanently like it is for me right now. I've yet to find a fix, but I will update the description when I do find one. So if size is a factor for you, I thought it would be helpful for you to know that Pochita is comparable to a Capcom figure builder, just slightly bigger. It's actually much closer to one of the larger amiibos that Nintendo has released in the past. That makes it altogether pretty small, but still quite a standout on your desk simply because of the color. And jammed motor aside, if you just pretend that it's a figure, it does look pretty good and not a bad deal for just about $35. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this review even remotely helpful, please leave us a like and even subscribe if you want to. That would mean the world to us. But for now, that's it. This is Anne, and until next time, goodbye!